first day Auntie Mo came on set and she was like, hi, Omoni. I was like, hi. She was like, Oloture.
Won't go Europe, please. We'll see how you perform this night now.
Oh my gosh. Alero was wild. In short, not was, Alero is wild because Oloture continues, you know. So that character for me is so special. When I got called by Auntie Mo to play that role and I read the script, I just said, God, this is very different from who I am in real life. Like, I have nothing in common with Alero, absolutely nothing. But I said, I'm going to go into this character. I'm going to really study her. I am going to make sure that I nail this character. And I just said, Holy Spirit, take control. Help me with this character. I'm not even kidding. I prayed about Alero because I was scared of her, even me. I was scared of Alero. You know, when we got on set to shoot Oloture, I said to Auntie Mo, I don't want to be friendly with anybody on this set. I don't want to talk to them. I just want everybody to leave me alone. So she helped me to convey that to the other actors and the crew. I spoke with the director. I told him what I saw the character as. I told him my vision for the character, and he was in sync with it, which was perfect. You know, I told him what I wanted the character to do and all of that, and he thought that was perfect. That's what he had in mind as well. So we got on set, and I wasn't talking to anybody, and they were all scared of me in real life. Like on set, the girls were genuinely scared of me. If you speak to Sharon and Omoni and all of them, they will tell you that they were scared of me because I wasn't talking to anybody. If you even said hello to me, I wouldn't even respond to you. I'd just walk right past, you know. And I remember the first day Auntie Mo came on set and she was like, hi, Omoni. I was like, hi. She was like, Tommy now said, oh, you know, she was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She left me alone. You know, so that helps me because I didn't want to go in and out. I had to stay Alero. I did not want to go, 1 minute I'm Alero, the next minute they say cut, I'm Omoni. No, I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to just be Alero and stay with Alero the duration of the shoot, which is what I did. When you watch Oloture, you're wondering, who is this person? Because she was not me. There were no traces of me in that character at all. I stripped myself of Omoni. I left Omoni at home and I became Alero. So even when I left set at the end of the day and I came home, I stayed Alero. I didn't change. I was just that mean bitch the whole time. It's wild. You know, Alero is just one character that I really, really love playing. I always have to take myself away and just wear her and stay her while we're shooting. And that's just truly special to me. Okafor's Law. Okafor's Law, I play the role of Ejiro. Now, the story is about a guy who decides to, who went on a bet with a few of his friends that he could get any woman from his past. You know, there's something, Okafor's Law is a thing in Nigeria where they say if a man has been with a woman in the bedroom and he did a good job, he can always come back to her at any time, regardless of change in marital status, circumstances, whatever. So he goes on this bet with his friends and they pick 3 women from his past and dare him or bet with him to sleep with those women again. And I was one of the women. Now, Ejiro was a very complex character, extremely complex, very, very, you know, sort of spiritual, very accomplished, yet with a little bit of crazy in her. So she was very dynamic, so to speak. And, you know, Terminator, which was what the guy was called by his friends, Terminator really like had his work cut out for him with that character, Ejiro, because she was so sweet and so loving, but he didn't quite know where to place her because she was a little crazy at the same time. You know, so the character for me is so profound because nobody's all good and nobody's all bad, even in real life, right? So you don't expect people to just be one track. Like, okay, this person is just amazing and they're just sweet and that's it. That's boring, right? So she's sweet, she's accomplished, she's this, but she's mad. she's crazy. So you got to take her the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you have to deal with it that way. So it's just amazing how you one scene you're being sweet and nice, and the other, and then the next scene you're just like showing a bit of madness. So I love characters like that because they challenge you as an actor. Right, so you're not just going one straight line, you're just going in different directions, and that's truly, truly, truly special to me. Anchor Babies. Babe, you are not going to believe this. What makes you think it will be a boy?
It's going to be a boy, trust me.
Our visa's expired.
They want us to leave the country, big deal.
How long do you think we're going to keep hiding?
As soon as the baby is born and he has his US passport, we will all move back to Nigeria.
I play the role of a woman in the US with her husband who were about to have an anchor baby. So an anchor baby really is a child that is born in the US or any other country just for the purpose of, having some sort of citizenship or right to stay in that country. Well, not to say that the baby was born just for that purpose, but you're giving birth to that baby in hopes that, this country is going to give you some sort of right to stay because you have a baby who is a US citizen. As fate would have it, her husband gets deported because don't forget they were illegal immigrants. So her husband gets deported and she's left behind to have this baby and to find a way to stay in the country. Right now, at some point, she meets this young lady who decides to help her because you're illegal, you don't have insurance, you don't have anything, so she couldn't even go to the hospital. But she meets someone who decides to help her, and that lady gives her her documents to go to the hospital with. So she uses the woman's insurance, the woman's documents to go to the hospital, and she has this baby and she's living with this woman. And then the woman says, you know what, I'm going to help you, I'm going to buy a ticket for you to travel back to your country now that you have a baby who is a citizen, right? And we're all going to travel together. I'm going to buy a ticket for myself and for you, and we're all going to travel together. And somehow or the other, a lot of things happen along the way. And I don't want to give away the story, but Anchor Baby, my character in that movie is one that I will never forget because it was so real to me. I think that for the first time, I got into a place that was very difficult for me to get out of. When we talk about actors, really becoming a character and, finding it difficult to leave that character when the movie is done, when they're done shooting. I couldn't leave that character. There were days on set where I would just be crying. Like, I couldn't stop crying. And the director is just like trying to talk me through the tears and everything. And, the scene is done and I cannot stop crying because I empathize with the character Joyce so much that I felt like I was the one going through everything she was going through. There were nights I couldn't even sleep because I'm just thinking about what we're about to shoot the next day and everything Joyce is about to go through. And it was just so real to me, having that baby and, the loss and everything that came with it, So that is one character that I will forever carry with me. Like, I don't know. Every time I watch that movie till date, I cry. And I already know the story, but I still cry because Joyce became part of me. And I think that she left some of her in me when I finished, So that character is very close to my heart. Love is War. In Love is War, I play a wife who decides to run for a political position, the position of the governor, alongside her husband. So picture this, a couple both running for the same position. So my character was a very strong woman, very, very strong, loving wife and mother, but very ambitious. And her ambition sort of gets in the way sometimes, and the relationship between her and her husband, of course, was quite rocky, given that they were both running for the same position. They didn't set out to run for the same position, but somehow it happened. And we just go through the whole dynamics of how their marriage or their relationship weathers this storm. And for me, that's one character that is very, very close to my heart, because it wasn't a linear character. She just had so many. You saw some sort of meanness to her at some point. You saw her breakdown. You saw her loving. You saw her, on top of her game. So I really love those kind of characters, because they bring out different sides of you, and that's why Love is War is really one of my favorite films, and that character is one of the favorite characters that I have. The Uprising. Oh my gosh. The Uprising. I will never forget Mama Ngozi. So the thing is, I have been Mama Ngozi a few times, not the first time. I've been Mama Ngozi in Wives on Strike 1, I've been Mama Ngozi in The Revolution. We actually even shot a series, and I was still Mama Ngozi for Wives on Strike. But The Uprising took Mama Ngozi to a different level altogether. Now, Mama Ngozi is a wife, she's a mom, she has an estranged son, she's a politician now. We've seen her journey. She's now a politician, not the most educated. Mama Ngozi didn't even finish secondary school, to be honest, or maybe she finished secondary school, but not the most educated, was a market woman who became a politician, has her market women friends and all of that, and her sisterhood. But in The Uprising, her estranged son comes into the picture, and we see that struggle between a mother and a son who's not the best of sons, who's not the best of kids. We see the dynamics between the two of them. We see that struggle that she has, the love for her son, and the fact that she knows that her son is not a great child. Now, how do you marry that? How do you love your son through the ups and downs, through his bad times? Because really, there were no good times with her son. How do you love him through that? How do you help him on his journey of life? So that mother and son dynamics, I've been talking about it, I'm almost in tears. I'm not even kidding. I'm literally holding myself back. Yes. Whew. How do you, because I'm a mother of sons myself. So I have 3 sons. So playing that role, I had to go through that journey of thinking, oh my gosh, if any of my sons were like this child, how would I cope? Sorry. So just really, sorry. So just really thinking. Some others struggle. Some others really struggle, Nobody knows the extent of a mother's love for her kids, and all the things that she has to go through to make sure that they turn out good in life. And when they derail, how hard it must be for these mothers to watch their kids go through life and weather storms. And sometimes they're powerless. They're powerless to help them through that journey of life. And you're just watching this child who's an extension of yourself, and you're thinking, how do I help them navigate all of this? So you're going to see that in The Uprising, among so many other things. That is one theme in The Uprising that is very dear to my heart. And that is why Mama Ngozi is truly, truly, truly special. Hey besties, this is just to let you know that The Uprising will be in all cinemas nationwide from October 18th. Listen, whatever it is that you're doing on October 18th, that opening weekend, drop it. you want to come to the cinemas. You want to take your friends, your neighbors, your family, every single person, your colleagues, go have a great time at the cinemas. Go watch a movie that mirrors reality, a movie that you will come out of and you'll be like, what did I just watch? This is my best movie yet. I kid you not. You're going to be proud that you know me. You're going to be proud that I'm your bestie. So let's go tell every single person that you know that the Uprising is in cinemas nationwide from October 18. We have an amazing new voucher system where you can pre-order your tickets to the Uprising. Also, you get to give the gift of love. You get to give the gift of community to people who otherwise cannot afford the cinemas. We are going to get them to the cinemas with your help. So click the link in my bio or go to theuprising.ng and go buy 1 voucher, 5 vouchers, 10, 20, 100, 1,000 vouchers for everyone who cannot afford tickets to the cinema to see the Uprising. When you buy these vouchers, we will gift them to the people who otherwise would not be able to go to cinemas, and they can get to experience what we are experiencing with the Uprising. I love you, besties, and thank you always for your love and your support.